Hey guys, welcome to Budget with a July Dreamer. My name is Miranda, and on this channel we talk about travel, lifestyle and money. In today's video I will be sharing how I track and manage my money. So when it comes to managing my money, I start off firstly by setting a budget. A budget is an important tool that you can use to help you manage your money. In my budget trackers, for example, my monthly budget tracker, I have a section for income, so I know how much I'm expecting to receive that month. I have fixed expenses, so these are my everyday bills that I pay every single month, and then I have variable expenses, so this is, for example, miscellaneous spending, shopping, eating out, and I've actually moved food from fixed expense to variable because this changes for me every single month, and I'm sure it does for many people. So, and then my budget tracker also has a savings section, so I know how much money I can allocate to my savings account every single month. So this is why having a budget really helps you know where you can send your money, and instead of you just being surprised every single month not knowing where your money went. And this is, for me, it's very important to have a budget, and this is how I'm able to manage my money. The second way that I manage my money is by following the 50-30-20 rule. Now with this 50-30-20 rule, I kind of switched it around, and I explain why. So the 50 part of this rule says 50% of your income should go to your needs, and your needs are things like your rent or your mortgage, your utilities, your food. These are your needs, so the things that you need to live your everyday life. A visit to to Starbucks is not things you need to live your life. This is something that is a want, and that is what that 30% of your income is. So for 30% of your income, this rule says you should use that for your wants, and your wants could include a visit to Starbucks every week. Netflix is a want, so is Disney Plus. It's not a need. So these are things that you would put in your 30% budget. And then the 20%, this can be used for two things. It can be used for paying off your debt, or it can be used to save up money. I personally switched my my wants and my savings around. Because I don't have any consumer debt, except my mortgage, I actually don't put anything towards debt. So I switched my wants and my savings around. So I actually put 20% of my income towards my wants, and then I put 30% of my income towards my savings. And every single month my goal is to save at least 30% of my income. Sometimes I save more, but I always aim not to save less than 30%. So this is one of the ways that I manage my money. The third way that I manage my money is by following what is called all cash diet. So basically this is whereby you actually withdraw money from your checking account and then just be walking with that money, or maybe just walk with what you need. So for me, I have noticed that if I'm just using my card to buy things like food or household items, I actually overspend every single month. But then last month, March, I actually tried out an all cash diet whereby I withdrew the money from my account that I normally allocate for food, and I was able to stay within that budget. I did not overspend, not once. Actually, what was funny is I only spent 80%, 80 pounds, sorry, of my 200 pounds that I normally put aside for food. This really changed my mind, because I don't like carrying money around. Honestly, I am swipe type of person. I don't like having money in my purse. So this was actually something that was really different, and for this month I'm continuing with that practice because I know it works and it really stops me from overspending. Yesterday, the first day of April, I actually managed to go do my food shop, and I withdrew £100 from my £200 that I allocate towards food, and I still did a good shop, and I only spent like £40. Again, this is something very new for me, but I'm gonna continue with it because it's something that I see is definitely working, and you can try it as well. Another way that I manage my money is by I call it my 5-minute daily review of my expenses. So I sit down every single day at the end of the day and I write down every single item that I've spent money on. So I use both pen and paper and also my Excel tracker. This is just how I work. So I write down everything that I spend, and then when I put it into my tracker, I put it in the correct categories. So yesterday I did a food shop, so I put in a food shop. I also went out with a friend for drinks, so that's went into socialization. And then I did also another shop, which was just, you know, few items for my Chinese shop, and I put that again into the food section. So I know exactly how much I spent on what items, and this is why I love my weekly tracker, because it's able to help me see where I'm spending my money. Then when it comes to tracking, now this is something that I really love and I talk about to my friends all the time. I track my money using spreadsheets. So like I said, I have weekly trackers that I use, but I also have monthly trackers that I use to track my money, and also I have daily tracking. Again, this is all, for some people might be overkill, but I love it. This is what I love doing and I do it all the time. And then the second way that I track my money is using apps. So I use, I think, 3 mobile banking apps, and those mobile banking, you know, my normal everyday banking, Monzo, and I have Plum. So they have different functions for me. So but I essentially use them to track money. Monzo mostly to track my business expenses and also, you know, business income, and then Plum helps me save, so it rounds up all of my expenditures and saves all of that change. And I love it. It's great and I recommend it so much. I'll put a link down below. It's an affiliate link, so which means that if you use that, I will earn £15, so will you. And then the final way that I use to track my money is by using notebooks. I love good old pen and paper, to be honest. Like, I love my trackers. I use them every single day. I love having my mobile apps because I'm able to see right there and then, like, okay, so this is how much money I have in my accounts, this is how much I'm saving, and what have you. But there is nothing beats pen and paper. I literally just sit there, write down my goals, my financial goals. I write down how much I've spent that day, and also I write down like how much my business owes me and then how much my business has paid me back. I just write everything down, and this is how I track my money. I don't know how you do it, but I hope that some of the ways that I shared in this video you will be able to implement with your money as well. So just to recap, when it comes to managing my money, I have a budget. I follow the 50-30-20 rule. Obviously, I've switched the 30 and 20 around. I use an all cash diet, which I'm converted right now. Like, I really love it. And then I also do 5 minutes every single day. I look over my finances so I know that I am on track. I'm not overspending, and if I am overspending, I can see what other areas I can cut down so that it just balances out at the end of the month. And then when it comes to tracking, like I said, I use spreadsheets. So I have monthly budget trackers, I have weekly budget trackers, and then I've got daily trackers as well, but those I actually normally print out and then write things down. I use apps and I use notebooks. So this is what I use for tracking and managing my money. Let me know down in the comment section what you use to track and manage your money. Thank you so much for watching my channel. My name is Miranda, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.